morning business, we will see how financial systems tie onto each other and how it might affect Indonesia's currency value, especially in the last 3 quarters of 2015. With me, Lydia Utami, this is Brief Morning Business.
Money has become important instrument for people fulfilling their needs. Money and its values have gone many changes in the form of determining its conversion. From linking the value to gold to relying on nature of supply and demand towards US dollar. Unexceptionally, Indonesia's currency that rely on supply and demand.
First of all, that the currency is not linked with gold standard anymore. It has been abolished since the Bretton Woods in the early 20th century. Nowadays the currency is dependent upon the capital inflow and capital outflow within the country. So in other words, it's the supply and demand of the particular currency. So if the supply of rupiah it doesn't have any supply, or it has a lot of demand of rupiah, then naturally in the economic graph of demand and supply, the rupiah will appreciate. On the other hand, if there's a capital outflow, the rupiah will depreciate.
The rupiah values toward US dollar was strong for the past 7 years. Indonesia rupiah didn't get hit by US crisis due to strong and promising investment climate in emerging market.
So if we take a look at what happened in 2008, at the time of the global financial crisis, a lot of investors, those with capital, tend to flock out from the developed countries that experienced the financial crisis. So countries like Indonesia and many other emerging countries, like Brazil and so on and so forth, were not as affected as the developed country in 2008.
Federal Reserve set the interest rate very low, close to zero in Indonesia, like 7.5% interest rate.
However, as when entering third quarter of 2015, rupiah value plunged to its lowest point in the last 10 years, almost reached 15,000 per US dollar. The Central Bank of Indonesia, who manage the money supply and demand, has implemented several policies to prevent further depreciation.
But in this case, since the IDR is weakened, and then sell the foreign reserve just to reduce the weakening of IDR itself. We have to do it very cautiously. Lesson from monetary crisis in 1998, and if we defend very strong, and this is create a big risk, we have to sell foreign reserve, and we have to deplete of the reserve itself until we have nothing.
From the perspective of consumers, depreciation also gives impact to them.
When I go to the supermarket, I go our spending is different than before. Shopping, yeah, I'll handbag, things that I love to buy, they keep raising the prices. Of course it's affecting my spending.
It has affected my shopping habit, obviously. And not only that, also for daily consumption and daily necessities, I think that it has a huge impact on that.
As value of currency determines economic health of a country, investment is the tool to shape value of currency itself. But it is something that Indonesia is lacking of.
Because of the goods that produced in Indonesia usually it's quite expensive because of like immigration, expensive immigration, and then a very expensive logistic and transportation. There is no efficiency. It created the high cost, and then the production itself in domestic have low competition between the goods from import then why consequences as importance is very, very big.
Is that because Indonesia hasn't been able to improve on its investment climate. Therefore, the incentives for them to stay here, well, just depends on the interest rate.
With the fact that Indonesia is a potential emerging market, Indonesia should be able to strengthen their economy, particularly on fundamentals and its climate of investment. So that in many years ahead, Indonesia is not only known as a country that's strong in resources, but also strong in terms of economics. See you in the next brief.